When you think there couldn't be anything worse than 2020, Apple goes like, hold my beer, and messes up the advertising world even more. Hi, this is Petru, and today I'm going to reveal to you one strategy that's bulletproof when it comes to the latest privacy updates. Yeah, you got it right. I'm talking about the iOS 14 moves Apple is making right now. Watch this video until the end and you will learn what it takes to still be able to target your perfect customers. Now, I'm not saying what Apple does is right or wrong. Maybe they just want to launch their own ad network and push the others away. Maybe it's just about user privacy. We don't know. But what you need to understand is that this move will allow people to opt out from tracking. The opt-out will mess up the data collection and optimization within Facebook, like it wasn't messed up enough. So here's what happens in simple terms. When someone opts out of tracking on a device with iOS 14, Facebook won't be able to track that device with their pixels on the web and on their third-party apps. This means that the only way they will be able to process data will be in an aggregated way and not unique or individual. Well, you'd say it's not the end of the world, right? No, it's not, but all of the reporting, measuring, optimization, and lookalike audience building Facebook has is based on individual tracking and not on groups of people. So if Facebook is not able to track and optimize at the individual level, how in the world would they be able to show your ads to the right person at the right time? How would the algorithm be able to tell, hey, let me display this ad to that person, they might be interested in buying? And if your answer was it won't, then you'd be right. Like Facebook's platform wasn't shaky enough, like we haven't seen enough ups and downs, enough bans, enough days with budget wasted and zero sales, like we hadn't had enough campaigns with negative ROI. Now this, how in the world are we, the little advertisers, supposed to run performance marketing? Well, one thing is for sure, Apple doesn't care, nor does Facebook. But here's the good news, we haven't lost the battle. Facebook still has a way to measure things, still has a way to know who is interested in what. And it's been there since many years ago. It's been active since Facebook first started collecting data about their users. It's been working for advertisers to help them successfully kickstart their campaigns and reach out to their ideal customers. And not only is it not affected by anyone's policies, but it will work just as fine in the future for as long as Facebook will exist. And Facebook isn't going anywhere. It will be here for many years from now. So what is it? What is this bulletproof strategy? If you said interest targeting, then you'd be right, but only halfway. Because interest targeting isn't perfect either. And if you need a reminder, we're talking about Facebook, or in other words, a platform that has data on over 2 billion people. There's no way such a platform could be perfect. I'm going to tell you in a moment why. Now, if you didn't know what interest targeting is, in just a few words, it allows us advertisers to tell Facebook who exactly we're looking for with our ads. And this is based on behavior and engagement on and off Facebook. Facebook has data on pretty much all of us and they know what we're looking for at any given time. So basically, if you show interest in something by engaging in comments or by liking or watching videos, etc., Facebook knows you're interested in that topic. It's very simple. Now, earlier I was saying interest targeting isn't perfect either. And here's why. You know, when you launch a new campaign and look for targeting options, the ads manager suggests you the broadest and most unrelated targeting out there. And it's not because they don't want your campaign to be successful. It's not because they want to trick you in any way. It's simply because their algorithm learns from what other people do and search for, and that's what other people do and search for. They search for something broad, unrelated keyword and go with it, then wonder why their ROAS is negative. Now, to be successful with your targeting, you need to target special kinds of keywords, and you want this for two reasons. One is because when you do this, you're going to have a higher chance to find actual buyers that will be interested in what you have to sell, and secondly, because by using these types of keywords, you will get rid of the competition. Yes, you heard it correctly. Your competition is likely to make the same mistakes, and by refining your targeting, you're more likely to leave your competition behind. Okay, so a few moments ago I was saying you need to target a special kind of keywords, which is actually two types. The first one is one that shows some sort of buying intent or action intent, so to speak. For example, if you were in the fishing niche and were able to find a fan page of a big store where fishing enthusiasts frequently go and buy their tools and whatever they use to fish, you're more likely to actually find fishing enthusiasts that will buy whatever you have to sell, and way more likely to have success with your ads than targeting fishing and hitting people who maybe liked an image of Finding Nemo or whatever. Another example would be dating sites. Instead of targeting dating, you could try finding some dating site fan page where people actually find other people to date. The second type of keyword you want to look for is the niche keyword. And what do I mean by that? I mean sophisticated language only true enthusiasts would know. For example, if you were in the dogs niche, you wouldn't target dogs to find dog owners. You'd rather target clicker training or confirmation show or something like that. Something that shows passion for dogs and likelihood to find dog owners and dog trainers. See how easy it is to refine your targeting. See how easy it is to find your ideal avatar using just simple techniques. Now, the big question is, how do you find those interests? How do you uncover those keywords with higher potential to show your ads to the right people, help you sell your products, and drive a positive return on your campaigns? There are literally two ways. The first one is what regular advertisers do, which is going into the Ads Manager or Audience Insights tool and type in a random keyword and look at the results that pop up. And by the way, that list that pops up is limited to 25 results. And just so you know, on Facebook, there are hundreds of thousands of interests you could target. Back to searching. So the regular advertisers type in a random keyword, then look at results, select whatever they find useful, then look at suggestions, realize they don't like whatever they clicked on, remove it, then remember they saw something in the suggestions that popped up in the previous screen, type that first keyword again, and by the time you realize what happens, you've already spent a few hours and didn't find much. Just by going back and forth, copying keywords, seeing if they're targetable or not, saving them into a notepad or file or some whatever. And that sounds like a lot of work and wasted time. Time you could have spent doing something useful like writing copy for your ads, working on some great creatives or whatever. Now, there's a second way, and it's the method smart marketers prefer, which is using Audiencer.io. At Audiencer, we've reduced the research time from hours to literally minutes and sometimes even seconds. We've built this tool in such a way that not only saves a bunch of time in the research process, but also helps reveal some keywords you'd never think of. It's a perfect tool for freelancers in agencies because whenever you sign with a new client, you don't have to go through the research process again and again. You just type in your niche and you're done. And speaking of niches, we cover over 1,000 of them: dogs, fishing, marketing, gardening, and many, many, many more. Audiencer continually learns and suggests those interests more likely to be relevant for your niche. And once you found something you like, you can save it into your list so you don't lose it. Got a new client, new niche? Just type it in and you're done. Need to dive deeper? Try our adaptive suggestions engine to bring in even more results. We also have a training section that explains everything and how to use Audiencer in the best way possible, and a dedicated support team to help you if you ever get stuck. And if you don't fall in love with Audiencer, you can request a full refund within 30 days of purchase. Click below this video to get started, and thanks for watching.